Hi guys, Dan, Technical Director from Inozetek UK, and on today's video we will be going over deep recesses, post-heating and making sure everything is safe on our wraps. So the first thing that we're going to cover is the expanding pocket technique, just using that into the recesses. Then we're going to go over the inlays and the best way to avoid showing the actual wrap on itself. Then finally we're going to go over the post-heating methods with the temperatures for the deep recesses and the normal ones. So first of all, we're going to start off with this normal recess on the front bumper, just underneath the headlight. First thing that we do is set up the knifeless tape, and we actually put this on the body line. The reason why is because you avoid seeing the line of the film through it when you wrap over with the inlay. The second bit is doing the lower section, just finding it into the deepest recess point, just so it can hide the joint once more. After that, we get an off-cut piece of material that we use from a different part of the car, and then we lay it in to the recess. Same as any other recess, we just try and do it on the flat section first, and then just feed it in using the squeegee, and if need be, the expanding pocket technique, where we heat the part of the wrap that's not going to be on the panel and then push it into the actual recess itself. So once the inlay is laid, it's important to go over the wrap with the heat gun to lock it in against the knifeless tape. That way it will give it a nice clean finish. Now it's important just to make sure that the vinyl is cooled down before pulling the knifeless tape. It doesn't take long to do this. Now when we are pulling the knifeless tape, it is recommended that you pull it fast and low. Now this gives you the cleanest finish that you can get, with avoiding any jaggedy or nasty cuts. And remember just to remove all of the backing paper from the knifeless tape or the green tape. Secondly, do the top one just the same way, pulling it nice and tight and laying it quite fast. Take the top layer off, take the green sticker off from underneath, and then go over it with the heat gun and your finger just to lock it into place after. All we're doing is feeding the vinyl underneath, just locking it into any sort of gaps. Now when it is going into an L-shaped recess like it is on the bottom of the headlight, it's important just to hold the film off of the actual car itself and then lay it in there without any stretch. Once that's all done, it's just a case of trimming it up as any normal recess and inlay, just making sure you get nice clean cuts towards the edge of the panel. Now we recommend, as you can see here, that you lay the edge of the knifeless tape up with the edge of the wrap, just giving it a nice recess, giving it a nice overlay for the inlay. Once again, we're removing any excess knifeless tape that we do not need, just cutting it away from the actual panel itself, ensuring that we just get a nice clean finish. For this purpose, we are just using a demo section just to show you how to do an inlay. So with regards to this, we just have a piece of vinyl which would normally be your bumper vinyl, installed in the same way that we would recommend, putting stretch into the bumper and shrinking it into where it needs to go. So we pull it around just as normal. So after you've got it on the recess, we say that you trim the actual vinyl ever so slightly beyond the knifeless tape, just to give it that relief cut. So you're just relaxing the vinyl just a little bit further off, and then it goes down like that. As you can see, once it's made that relief cut and you've removed all the tension, the bottom section will just fall into place. Now this is important to make sure that you do a test piece first, just to make sure that you will not finish short on any of it and you know exactly where to lay your inlay. Once that's all done, lock it in against the knifeless tape just like before, and use the heat gun just to relax the film and just place it into the recess, allowing you to get the best finish possible. So once you've laid it all in, it's now time to pull the knifeless tape using the same method as before, pulling it low and flat just to give you a nice clean edge. Now the reason why we've done it in this way, first of all, is so that the join is actually showing on the inside edge and it's not facing anybody that's actually looking at the car. This particular film the backing of this film is white. So if you had it the other way around, you would have a solid white line showing. This way will stop this from happening, and it will hide and it will look aesthetically pleasing to the customer. Once you've done everything like that, it's a case of pulling the knifeless tape the same on the bottom, giving you that nice clean finish, and once it's done, you'll have a inlay as clean as you can possibly get it.
So now we are going to go on to the post-heating section of this video. What we're going to do is cover the front bumper. As you can see, it's got the deepest recesses. We will show you the start to finish way of how to post-heat Inozetek film in the correct manner. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the front section next to the headlight. With the Inozetek film, we say that you post-heat it to 90 degrees for the deeper recesses, and then it's important with regards to all the shallower recesses to do them to 45 degrees just to make the glue activate. This is where it differs from other vinyls on the market. So with this section next to the headlight, we are going to start at the furthest point away from where the vinyl actually has been stretched to get in there. This means that we are going to be post-heating the lower section and then moving up. The reasons for doing that are we post-heat the lower section first, therefore taking any stretch that may be put into the film at the lower sections, so stopping the film from actually clawing back from the main section where it's been stretched. So as you can see with the heat gun, we will be heating a section at a time, and then we point the heat gun away from the panel, whether that be behind you or up in the air, and then get your temperature reader and just double check the temperature. Make sure that you do take your heat gun away, as you want to be measuring the temperature of the panel and the vinyl rather than the temperature of the air coming out of the heat gun. Once you've done the lower section, keep moving all the way up, and do this in small increments just to make sure that you do not miss a section. And if you do miss a section, you will have little bubbles of it. Now with the actual timings for post-heating, we recommend that you post-heat pretty much straight away once you've laid the panel. The Inozetek needs to activate the glue relatively fast. You cannot leave it overnight like other films on the market and then post-heat it the next day. The Inozetek film, the glue needs to be activated straight away. So as soon as it's in there and you finish your panel, we recommend that you do it straight away, therefore minimizing any risks of anything being lifted. Now with that post-heating on the front bumper done, we're just going to go over the bonnet, and this is where it differs again from other films. Because the Inozetek film is a new film, it's a different type of film compared to a normal product, you will have to apply heat to the rest of the car. Now, there are a number of ways you can do that. You can do that with a heat gun, which is fine. It will take slightly longer. You can also get an infrared heater and apply that along the panels and just let that come up to 45 degrees once again. That just allows the glue to activate and everything to settle down nicely. Or if you live in a hot country or you've got a nice day outside, take it outside, put it in the sun and let it do its thing there, and it will settle itself. Like I said, the reason for this is just to activate the glue on every single part of the panel, just to make sure it does settle.
So thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to all of our channels. There will be more videos coming, so keep an eye out for that. And if you wish to find out any more information about any of our products, you can look on our website at inozetekuk.com or go to our social media platforms that are all Inozetek UK. Thanks for watching.